From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 11.
Check 26.
I got this.
Ringo.
White. 65.
Here's Mostert, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, gun. 11. 21. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, echo.
48 Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Richie James. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Big flag. 5. 12.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 43. Check 9.
Check 1, Omaha. Check.
Now Mostert. And some room to run now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 30-yard line.
We go tonight. 180. We're good. We're good.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Check 13. Check.
They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
That's trash. Begin.
Value 3. Value 3. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Say
Alpha.
set a tone. 56 to Mike. 52.
Clock.
Kill.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check out read.
They will run with Grant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Watch the run. Kill.
Five. Hold on. Check.
7-7, our score after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Grant. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Recon, 152 fighter. Shell. Hey, exit.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Like 20.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Quickly from Goff to Cup. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
2 for 66. Hey, box truck.
Here's Grant. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
180. Here we go. 21. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
21. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Tonight, like 20, 12.
Let's put that
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. Safe.
Tiger.
Out of the gun. Gone. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Clock. 21. Hey, seam 6. Hey, alert. Hey, gun.
Check.
You draw Corker.
Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
13 yards. Brings up third down.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
Coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Here we go. Black 80.
I'm scared. Hey, switch gears.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. He's going to fire. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
DC.
After the interception, here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now it's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He got 29 yards that time.
That's good for a 49er.
I got this. 12, fellas. Here we go.
First and 10
11.
46-yard line.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Get in the right room.
Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Goodwin able to haul it in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
Come on, come get some. Come get some.
Black.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. James has got it. Complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 48's the mic. He's time to leave.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
He steps out of bounds right off the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 180. Hey, gun.
Watch the slant. 48.
21.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey. High 7.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Wide, get wide. Bang, 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 bang. Go ahead. Switch.
This is Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now it's Gurley. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog, that's the way. 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check 56. Here we go, fellas, here we go.
Now gone. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
180.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Now Gurley staying down. Oh, let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back.
3 bucks. Check. Crunch. Ric Flair. 56, right there. 56. Watch the pass. Maverick. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Let's get up.
Hey, alert.
Hatchet.
Now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
17 more yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Garoppolo again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 13. Hey, orbit. Go ahead.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo, and he fires one incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
The Rams take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Hold on. Check. He's coming. We got double up. Check. Check 37.
From the 40 now on second down. Goff, he'll fire one end zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Samson Abukum came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
48 Mike. I'm trying to collect.
11.
48. Hey, we don't like the
21. Check.
Hey, Zoo. Out.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
11.
Hey, Delta.
2.
26, check 26.
Protein spill.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Jarrett McKinnon. Incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
At the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Super one. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Okay, double. Mike 56.
Hey, Charlie.
And we got to get to the ball.
A shotgun snap for gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Mostert. He's going to have the first down past the 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Check three. Slam. Rush in. Check. Under crush.
1, Omaha. 12.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check safety.
Check. 21.
Check hot. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here we go. 180.
Twist. 48.
21. 1, Omaha.
Switch.
2.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Big Ed. Kill.
I got you. 21. Here we go.
Kill.
Hey, gun.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
White.
Check 25.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, fellas. Switch. Under 10, 10. Check.
11.
Check. Slam.
Block.
He's checking.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. What do you need? 11.
Check. Lucky.
Check 52.
Check 99. Check 31. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shoot. Hey, alert 3. Hey, watch that.
Stick.
Alert flare.
Watch the safety creep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
I got you. Motion. White. Hey, gun.
Check. Watch 54.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
48 to Mike.
No game on this defense.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you.
Black.
Switch.
Bravo. Thirteen.
54 Mike.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Watch the screen.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
It's a gain of 3. First down, Rams.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Got one, I got one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Come on. 20. Here we go. Cover tight. Five count. Stand up in.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
On the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Los Angeles, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2.